So it followed me home. To be honest with you, I almost didn't have a video to upload this week just because life has been crazy. If you can't tell from how I sound, I've been sick. The whole family's been sick. Caught another cold. Such is the life of having children and it being winter. I'm sure some of you guys know what I mean. But got a package from a buddy, Mike, Normandy. So I figured, you know what? Drag myself up to the cold shop, fire up the heater, and film a quick It Followed Me Home for you guys today. So try to keep on track with the upload schedule. It is it is not always easy, doing projects. So It Followed Me Home videos definitely help with stuff like that. So what followed me home? I'm sure the axes are what's catching your guys' attention right now. So Mike and I did a trade. I sent him a True Temper Hudson Bay and a Plum Jetwing Jersey pattern. And he sent me this great neck. I guess you'd call it a Hudson Bay, maybe-ish, Hudson Bay-ish. I don't know. Kind of neat little axe hatchet. It's definitely smaller, probably on like the 2.5 pound side. It's got a full-size eye though, which is kind of neat. You don't see too many of those. The only other ones I've seen that are hatchet-size heads with full-size eyes are Walters, so that's kind of neat. So we got this guy. It's a great neck. I believe on the back, reverse side, it says, that would have said England. You can see I guess you can still see England in there. So, England, England. So that's kind of cool. My son was home when he saw me unboxing, when the package came, so he wanted to unbox it. He instantly liked the one with red paint, so this may end up in being claimed by him. He recently started coming out into the garage here with me, and he's asking how to split kindling, so let him kind of very supervised. He's only 5, but take a crack at that, or I'll start the axe in a piece, and he's standing 2 feet away and splitting it. But he's been loving it, and he split a whole little box of it. So starting him young. So Mike sent me that. He sent me some other goodies before we get into the other big one here. Sent me some leather thread. He said he wasn't using it. I don't think he's gotten into leather work yet. So, but you should. It is handy. He also mentioned, he saw me comment on Nick's video, Mountain Man Axes, that I thought these little Keen pouches were pretty handy, and he said he had a bunch of them kicking around, so he had an extra one and sent it to me. It'll be super handy to throw leather supplies in. So right now I've got them in a different bag that's very overflowing and not organized at all. When I only use a couple things out of that bag every time, so I can actually keep my leather working essentials in here now, or do something else with that. Also sent me some cool like self-adhesive rubber gripping. It's pretty neat. It feels like it'll be real handy for like lining like the jaws of vices and stuff like that if I'm making a set of soft jaws. So that'll be pretty handy. Nice little roll of that, and then one of the main stars of the show, a Council Tool, 5-pound Council Tool splitter. So look at that. Very excited for this. So it's one that I really like the lines of. You know me with the Nationals and the job that I did on the Tommy X and my Rockaways. I'm just a sucker for chamfered poles. I just think they look so cool. And this has those, so it was one that always caught my eye. I like the blue paint in there. I don't know if he did that. I'll have to ask him, or if it came from Council that way, but it looks good. USA 24, some of the newer production ones. It's got the, I think they call it their sport utility finish on it. I believe it's the original hang on a 36-inch handle. So it's a little long for me, but It still honestly feels good though. So I don't know. I might play around with it and keep it on the 36 and use it for a bit on that. And then if it still really feels just too long, I'll hang it a little shorter. But yeah, look at that head. That is a cool head, Mike. I really appreciate it. We got some dried linseed oil on it. I know he was saying that. I think this was one of his truck axes that he was carrying for a while. So. Such a cool head. Nice nice profile for splitting too, nice and thick. So that'll be good. Excited for it. I haven't had a new console tool in quite some time. I think the last new console tool that I bought was a red Boys Axe back when they were still doing the red paint. So that tells you how long ago it was since I bought one. Yeah. Now, most of these handles I've bought a while ago, but I always forget to include them in the other It Followed Me Homes because I'm always excited about the axe heads. So, since this one's lower on the axe head count, we'll jump into some handles, some hardware store handles that I found. So, local to me is a hardware store called Runnings, and it's like 10 minutes away or so, whatever. Local enough, I'm always in that area. So they carry house handles, but not a huge variety. But they do carry Boys Axe handles there. So whenever I'm in there, getting dog food or toys or whatever, or that kind of thing, I usually stop into the handle section and see what they have. So this is one that I picked up there. It'll focus. It's got a very generous palm swell. Not the shape I like. It's the traditional house handle palm swell. But if you know me, it has potential to become something I like. I haven't done it with a Boys Axe yet, so this will be it'll be interesting. The grain on it is, if I can stop it in the camera, is really nice. There is zero run out. Really, really straight grain. You can kind of see. Yeah, it's a pretty good shot there. You can see that grain runs right from palm swell or knob to tongue. So really nice grain. Zero run out. You can see if you think of that topographical pattern, you see a little bit of those arrows and peaks there, a little bit there as it thins in, but that's exactly what you'd expect to see. So nice Boys Axe handle. You can't beat it for the hardware store prices. I think this was like, I don't know, $8, maybe $10. That's hard to argue with. It can become something nice. It's not something great right now, but I fully believe that this handle has potential. And then not that long ago, I found another one, just like it, but in Heartwood. Again, nice straight grain. Little bit more run out in this one, but not anything significant, honestly. So got a big beefy palm swell, or knob end, whatever you want to call it. But it's got potential to become a nice one. And I'm a sucker for the Heartwood too. I think they just look so nice, cleaned up and oiled up. Obviously it's covered in lacquer and whatnot right now, but Then another house handle find was this 36-inch double bit. I need, before spring rolls around, I want to get 2 projects completed. I want to get my user Pulaski hung, not the super nice one that Ryan sent me, Big Life, Lionhead Restorations. That one's going on a nicer handle than this, but I've got a user Pulaski that I want to hang to get set up for use outside, and that's what I picked up this handle for. Again, another one that has, I apologize for the moving camera so much, hopefully you don't get motion sickness. Again, very straight grain, no run out, and it has some interesting grain. This side looks fairly normal. See a little bit of staining or spalting. When you flip it over, look at this curly grain in it. It's kind of neat looking, right? It's real wavy. Looks like when they were turning it on the copy lathe, that it gave them some troubles. They had some tear out at different points, but this thing is thick, so I don't mind shaping it down and getting rid of that tear out. Especially it's got some cool grain behind it too. So it's mostly sapwood. Not mostly, it's 100% sapwood, I think. But it's a nice handle nonetheless. Like I said, it's plenty beefy. It's big, so I can thin it down to exactly how I want it. Getting some little nicks and dings out of it here, but that's okay because it's oversized. The potential lies within. Now, another one of my local hardware stores, one real close to me, carries some Do It Best handles. I actually really like the shape of these. I like them even more than the, if you hold them here, the curves are a little more gradual than on the house handles, but the palm swells are a lot smaller. So that's the one downside to these. I think overall it's probably a better made handle, but it is slightly thicker. And like I said, the palm swells aren't quite as generous, so you're not going to be able to do as much with it. You're pretty much just going to get a traditional, clipped fawn's foot out of it. But the reason I picked this one up is, if you can get the light to catch it right, it looks like it's got some, it's not curl, it's I think the proper term is called chatoyance. There we go. You can kind of see when I move it like this. It almost looks like tiger striping, right? And it's down the whole length of this handle. So I think once it gets cleaned up and oiled up, it's going to be a really pretty piece of wood. It'll be a real neat boy's axe handle. Yeah, when you look down, you can kind of see that tiger striping. And you can see the light catches it just right. So that's a really nice piece of wood. And not to top it off, it doesn't just have that cool grain and figure, but it also has, no run out. So it's a well-made handle too. I was just watching one of Buckin's videos not that long ago, and he was talking about how you really shouldn't be that concerned with run out. And honestly, the man knows axes. The man's swung axes, a hell of a lot more than I have. So I trust his opinion on it. I'm a lot of times when I'm talking about the run out, I'm talking of not necessarily from experience of having handles broken due to run out, but just the theory behind it. And I think he agrees with it that in theory, the run out is a potential point for failure, but that shouldn't stop you from using a good handle. If it feels good and it looks good, use it. You know what I mean? And I fully agree with that point too, right? Like, that tree is a perfectly usable piece of wood. And worst case scenario, if a handle breaks, then you replace it again. It at least served its purpose for a while, So it's worth still using. So that is what followed me home. Yeah, you can that's actually a good shot. You can see the way the light's hitting it there. Yeah, you can see all that kind of like tiger striping look. Yeah, it seems to work better when I hold it farther away. Yeah, that's going to be a cool handle. I don't know if that'll show when I actually go to finish it, but it looks nice right now. Alright. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for some more stuff. There's lots of projects I want to get working on. Lots of projects I want to do. I got to finish up the... I say this like every video. I got to finish up the 1,000 subscriber axe giveaway. We haven't hit the 1,000 subs yet, but we're getting closer. And at the time of making this video, I'm at 9... 20 something. So I'm climbing up there. Yeah. So maybe, you know, if you're new to the channel, and you haven't seen it before, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I plan on giving away this this axe. This is a super clean, though now dusty. When I say clean, I mean damage free. Paper label plum jersey. It's a heavy one. I think it's near 4 pounds. Let's see if we can throw it on the scale here. £3 12 ounces. So it's a heavier one for sure. Paper label plum jersey. Bunch of the original paint. And we're going to hang it on a Whiskey River 30C. I'm going to do my scroll end on it. And I plan on making a nice leather sheath for it too. So we do have the progress on it so far. That's about as far as I've got it a little further than that. Here, hang on. So this is the progress we've made on it so far. I got to drop it down on the shoulder way more, but we're making progress on it. It's a nice handle too. I'm excited for it. It's all sapwood, but it's got no run out. Very nice grain. It's so hard to tell, show you guys the lack of run out when it's a blonde wood, but hopefully you can kind of see that. No run out, super nice. It's got that traditional Whiskey River end, which plan on doing my usual scroll end on it, just like I did on my high test Tasmanian pattern. So that should be cool. This will be a good head for it. It's a nice build. It'll be a really nice feeling build. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to give it to one of you guys too. So, still haven't figured out how I'm doing the giveaway. I'm assuming it's just going to be put a comment on this video and I'll pick one of you guys and send it to you. But we'll get there when we get there. And in the meantime, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully all you guys in the cold weather are staying warm. I know here I'm snow blowing every other day, and the middle of my backyard is about belt buckle deep of snow. The driveway's covered in a solid 3 inches of ice, so we're excited for spring. All right, take care, everyone.